So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They go play action here on 1st down. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one goes for 36 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Coleman. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Detroit! Detroit! No, check, Patriot!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. A dump off now to Hill. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. It's a gain of 5. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Leopard! Back 99 Philly, here we go!
Coleman now. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 20.
Detroit!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Hitter here, it's complete. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
Detroit!
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. It's Coleman here, and he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Tevin Coleman on his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns, and the Falcons will extend their lead. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. Here's Bosher to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Here we go now. Blue landing. Blue landing.
On second down, here's Rosen. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
The Cardinals on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10.
Now let's go. Green, 39. Green.
They go play action. It's Rosen. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The play fake. He'll look to throw. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Everson Griffin. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Gun!
They'll set up a throw. They'll roll him out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Oh, Patrick Peterson, the shutdown corner, was there on the coverage. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Detroit! Detroit! Hot! Hot!
They're going to look to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Give him 30 yards there. They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going to fire one, and that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Falcons add on. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And with this deficit, You can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
They'll run it with Johnson. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. A gain of 3, second down. Well, we know he's an electric runner. Earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to bottle him up at different levels. That was your suggestion. Some mixed results.
Yeah, certainly, because we have seen him bottled up at times. We've seen him play him very well. We've also seen him pop the cork a few times and get out of there, haven't we?
We have indeed. Dancing to his left. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A minute 59 to go in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. The Cardinals on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Fourth down. Here's Rosen. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now.
And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Robert Kindici forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They'll look to throw here. And he will find Ridley on the left side. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
He got 29 yards that time. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
They'll give it to him up the middle, and he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Gun!
Looking to throw. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. After the sack, 3rd and goal now from the 12. Back to throw here. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. As his guys are in for 6. And the Falcons continue to pour it on.
Remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
And 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. I got him.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we are at halftime here in Atlanta with the Falcons out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On second down, Rosen. Screenplay, Johnson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
This quarterback now just 1 of 6 since coming in, but that last one good enough to get him a first down. Now a handoff, Johnson. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. The tackle made there by Tack McKinley.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now Rosen to throw on second down. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by DeMonte Kazin. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. Well, you start to feel sorry now for the young man throwing the football. This is really turning into a disaster.
Listen, it's baptism. Right? This is almost a rite of passage. This young in the league, go back and find a Hall of Fame quarterback and check their records for their first 2 years, especially if they started the bulk of the games. I'll bet you'll find double-digit interceptions on just about every one of them. They have to learn as they go along.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Well, not a lot of flash and dash on that play. 2nd and 2, and they hand it to the big man. And he ends up picking up a first down. A little bit of gray area there, though. But I think what they thought, hey, we hand it to him here. If we come back and don't get it, we still got another down to try and pick it up.
Here we go now.
The first down carry here for Johnson. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now this time he'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. That escapes the sack. He may try and run for this. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll be 4th down. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Here we go with Johnson. Going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or 2. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
This is Coleman. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Gone!
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. This will be caught at about the 6. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a first down. They'll set up to throw. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. In for the score. And the Falcons add on. Bryant now to tack on the extra point. Bryant's extra point up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Here's Bosher to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down
caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. It didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
In on the stop, DeMonte Casey. Second and 6, just inside the 30. They go to Johnson again. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Tackle made by Deidron Sinnott.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Rosen off the play action. And this one is incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Now let's go.
Here we go. It's Rosen on 4th down. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let this go deep. And that's caught inside the 30. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves. But they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
They go back to the ground with Johnson. Down to about the 22 here. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, Gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Again, it's Johnson. And they'll get him down right about the 20. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. The Cardinals on 3rd down. As bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But the Falcons were able to recover, so they will keep possession.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
4 down, check. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Here's Matt Bosher now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. On the return is Peterson. He's still on his feet. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. It's in the 4th quarter down in Miami. The Bills, they're just pouring it on in that one. If they hold on, a victory there would be their 3rd of the year. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to make the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
So Charles are able to complete what so often seems to be elusive, a shutout in the NFL. And maybe what's fitting is they ended the game on the field, that defensive unit on the field. What an exclamation mark.
And probably felt like they could go another 60 minutes without anyone putting points on the board against them. That's the confidence you gain throughout when you're pitching a shutout. And they're going to leave the stadium feeling like they're all 10 feet tall.
So for Atlanta, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Minnesota Vikings come to town. Meanwhile, for Arizona, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Los Angeles Rams.